Another day down and another day of turning profits. We stay on fire. Let's recap it and do it again. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets, giving you guys some free sports picks every single day. And I appreciate you guys kicking off another morning with me here. It's on the Thursday edition here of Winning Bets, almost to the weekend. We can just quite see it. We just got to get a couple more days, and then we can relax and enjoy the weekend. Before we do all that, though, let's make sure, of course, we recap Wednesday. Then let's get in some bets for the Thursday. As you guys can see right there, we went 3-2 and plus 0.74 units. Let's talk about those wins and losses from yesterday. Orioles F5 team total over 2.5 runs. Orioles continue mashing left-handed pitching, so an easy winner right there. Got that cash. I think it was in the third or fourth inning where the two guys went back-to-back. I think it was back-to-back in home runs, or maybe they were separated by one batter. I was following the game, but maybe not following it too closely because I can't quite remember that. But either way, good cash. Corbin gonna give up runs, and you pair that matchup with a team that's in the top 10 versus left-handed pitching. Easy bet. Glad to see us got the good result right there. We also got a nice result there in that Rockies team total over 2.5 runs. I thought I really gotta, lean on my, explanation of why we did that bet as opposed to F5s. I mean, you guys have been following me long enough. I love F5 team totals more so than full game team totals. But as I explained yesterday on the payoff pitch, that's a scenario where Lopez had the potential to maybe have a good outing, and you don't want to ignore that Marlins bullpen that's in the bottom 3, bottom 5 in the league. If you wanted an opportunity to get some runs off of that bullpen. So that's why we shifted to the full game team total, and it's a good thing we did is they got 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning to get 4 runs total and cash over 2.5, so a good one right there. In that same game, I thought we suffered a pretty tough beat. Bad or brutal, or how bad you want to say, I guess is up for debate, but I do think it was more towards the rough end. We did Lopez there under 5.5 strikeouts. Was looking good really much of the way until the 6th inning, where he got 2 strikeouts to start off the 6th inning. That puts him at number 5. Thankfully, he gets out of that 6th inning while remaining at 5 strikeouts, but he's at 96 pitches. So 7th inning, 96 pitches. I think it's 4-1 at that time. You assume that's a bullpen game. I mean, the way the game is played now, you're at 96 pitches through 6 innings. You're coming out of the game. Mattingly? Nope. Gonna run Lopez right back out there. And then, so not only does he get run back out there of the 7th inning to add, to the heartbreak, because obviously the bad beat's coming, the first batter goes down on 3 straight pitches. I mean, it's 7th inning. This is your 3rd at bat. You know what's coming. Got no problem if you want to strike out, but you just shouldn't be striking out on 3 consecutive pitches that late in the ball game. That stung right there. And of course, the next 2 batters are, ground outs, fly outs, whatever it was. Of course, he ends on 6 strikeouts. I thought that one was rough. I mean, just simply put, I thought that was a little bit of a rough beat right there. We also lost our under strikeout prop yesterday in the Brewers versus Cardinals game. Took Lauer there under 4.5 strikeouts. I think he ended the game with 5 through 6 innings. So just missed that. Came out on fire. He actually, I think that bet was over in the 4th inning, and then he didn't do anything, I don't think, in the 5th or the 6th inning. Again, I think he ended the game with 5 strikeouts. So just wasn't our way yesterday with strikeout props, unfortunately. We did get one player prop, though, to go our way. How about the hidden gem I found yesterday? You guys remember I told you guys that there was a prop that had hit 92.3% of the times this season? You're going to add another one to that. This bet is now cashed in 13 of this man's 14 starts. His name is Tyler Wells, under 5.5 hits allowed. That one feels really good to cash because I really mentioned on the payoff pitch about how what was going to take away from hits allowed. Walks. This guy's got bad control. I saw at one point he had 4 walks. I don't know if he got more of that, but that takes away from hits. His control is no good. And not only does it take away from hits, but it runs up his pitch count. He was at the end of 5 innings at 95 pitches. Rain delay or not, with that control that he had been shown, he was done. Absolutely done. So he gave up 3 hits total. Excellent cash right there. Just a good gem. I'm proud of myself for finding that gem and look forward to him starting 5 days later, and you can go ahead and run that one out. So what does that do for us now on the week after putting 0.74 units in your pocket? Now up on the week at plus 5.76 units on the week. Just doing really good. Again, just staying really on fire. I love to see it. I want to circle back though to this Tyler Wells prop because I do know that not everybody got scored to win. There are 3 legal U.S. sports books that I know that offer hits allowed. Other sports books offer pitching props, but they don't offer the hits allowed one. It's FanDuel, it's DraftKings, and it's Caesars. FanDuel and Caesars both scored that as a win. To them, the game was long enough after 5 innings that they scored that a complete game, so to speak, and they cashed out that hits under 5.5 hits allowed. DraftKings, I've come to find out, they scored it as a push. It's a little, more than a little unbeaten. That's a brutal beat for those people that got a push because he was done. At 95 pitches with that control, 5 innings, he was absolutely done. His day was over. So, what I'll just say about that is, for one, for the people who got a push on DraftKings, and I hear you, and maybe you've got a reason why you're only using one sports books, but I think this is just a perfect example of why you should have multiple sports books, because like price shopping, right? Why are you not line shopping? All day long, FanDuel had the best price at -108. It pretty much stayed at -108, and DraftKings had it at -120. So right off the bat, I don't get it why you're making that bet on DraftKings. If you've only got one DraftKings account, I don't get it. People have their reasons. Heck, I hate how DraftKings scores that same game parlay. I absolutely hate the way they scored it, where if the one leg voids, they just void the whole same game parlay, where DraftKings or FanDuel and other sportsbooks, they'll just void the one leg, but the same game parlay is still active and can be won or lost. So, maybe you're mad at DraftKings for the way they score same game parlays. Cool. Me too. I don't play same game parlays over at DraftKings. If I can avoid it, I do them on other sportsbooks because I hate the way they grade it. So I guess, and now you're also seeing this example of how they grade, player props. So maybe if you take an over, maybe you do want to bet it on DraftKings, because if there's a rain delay, in this scenario of over 5.5 hits allowed, all right, you would have avoided a loss and you would have gotten a push. Although based on the way DraftKings scores, I wouldn't be too surprised if they go ahead and score that as a loss. DraftKings can be dirty, but either way, so maybe going forward, if you're betting an over on a player prop, maybe you do it on DraftKings. But maybe if you're taking an under, maybe you do it on FanDuel, because a rain delay can go ahead and help you. I guess large in part, or maybe the bigger, point, I guess I'm generally speaking trying to make is, you should have multiple sports books. If you're using a U.S. legal sports book, and I get IMs all the time of, FanDuel doesn't have F5 team totals. Well, that's on you. At the end of the day, that's on you. If you live in a state where there's FanDuel, you live in a state where there's DraftKings. If you've only got $50, cool. 25 goes in FanDuel, 25 goes in DraftKings. So I'm going to score Tyler Wells as a win. I made the bet on FanDuel. That's where I said you should bet on FanDuel, because it was the best price. It remained the best price all day long. And 2 of the 3 sportsbooks in America scored that prop as a win. So the other people didn't get a loss, so got that. Not like you took a loss, you just took a push. But I'm going to go ahead and score as a win, and really just stress here, you should have multiple sportsbooks. You shouldn't just have DraftKings. If you bet that on DraftKings, for one, you just didn't even get the best price. Even if you get the win, you didn't even get the best price. The best price was -108 at FanDuel. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's just hope that scenario doesn't play, going forward, and we can all just cash together. That is what I want. I want us all cashing together. I guess that's why I bring this up. I want us cashing together. So if you need if you've only got DraftKings, or if you've only got FanDuel and you need to refer a friend, hit me up. I'll give you my refer a friend code. All right, let's go ahead now and turn our attention to Thursday. Lots of early games. I've got 2 bets for you. They are for the early games, so let me give them to you now. I'm doing Rockies Marlins over 8.5 runs at +102. Got that over at Bet Rivers. And then I'm doing the Cubs F5 team total over 1.5 runs at -145. And of course, I got that over at DraftKings. I'll be talking about these 2 games, these 2 bets on this episode of the Payoff Pitch today, live every single day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So come check me out. And of course, we'll be adding more bets to today's card as well on the Payoff Pitch. Again, it's live every single day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So come on, find out what other bets we're going to go ahead and ride and cash today. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.